Organ transplantation. It's just one of modern medicine's greatest marvels, isn't it? Taking an organ from one person and giving someone else a brand new shot at life. It's an incredible gift. But what happens when your own body sees that gift as a threat? It's a wild paradox when you think about it. The very system that's designed to protect you, your immune system, suddenly becomes the biggest obstacle to your survival. So why? Why does this happen? Let's dive in and unpack it. To really get this, we have to look at the new organ from two totally different perspectives. To the patient, it's a life-saving gift, but to their immune system, it's a dangerous threat. The technical term for this transplanted organ is an allograft, and the most important words in that whole definition are not genetically identical, because for your body's security system, that genetic difference is everything. Yeah, your immune system is this incredibly sophisticated security force, It's constantly scanning for anything that doesn't belong. When this new organ shows up, its cells don't have the right ID badge. So all the alarms go off and it gets treated just like a virus or some harmful bacteria. And that defensive response has a name: rejection. Now here's the thing, it's not a malfunction, it's your immune system doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is attack and get rid of foreign invaders. The problem, of course, is that this time the invader is the very thing keeping you alive. And this is the tightrope walk at the very heart of transplant medicine. If you let the immune system do its job, it destroys the organ. But if you suppress it too much, you open the door to all sorts of infections and other serious problems. It is a constant, delicate balancing act. So how does this attack actually unfold? Well, the body's security system doesn't just wing it. It has a very specific protocol when it spots a foreign entity. It's not just some chaotic, random attack. The immune system follows a very precise 3-signal process to identify, activate, and then launch its assault. What's so fascinating here is that this isn't a chaotic brawl. It's a highly coordinated 3-step mission. First up, identify. A T cell, think of it like a security guard on patrol, recognizes the new organ as foreign. But, and this is key, it doesn't attack on its own. It needs step 2, activate. This is like getting the official green light from command to confirm the threat. Once that confirmation comes through, it's on to step 3, attack. The T cell gets the order to multiply, creating an entire army of cells to go after and destroy the new organ. And here's the kicker. This battle isn't fought and won in a single day. The transplanted organ is always there, constantly sending out those foreign signals. This means the immune system is always on alert, and the risk of rejection never, ever truly goes away. So, if the body is hardwired to attack, how in the world do we stop it? Well, this is where pharmacology comes in. The goal isn't to shut the whole system down, but to carefully disarm it. And this is just brilliant. Instead of one single weapon, doctors have a whole toolkit of drugs that target different stages of that 3-signal process. Some drugs block that initial activate signal, others stop the T cells from multiplying and forming that attack army. That's why most patients are on a cocktail of drugs, so they can intercept this immune response from multiple angles at once. For decades now, the most important tool in that kit has been a class of drugs called calcineurin inhibitors, or CNIs for short. These drugs are absolute masters at blocking signal 2, that crucial green light for the immune attack. Within this CNI class, the two main players are cyclosporin and tacrolimus. Now, while tacrolimus is a lot more potent, the choice isn't just about power, it's all about the side effects. As you can see, doctors have to make a choice. A patient who's at risk for diabetes might be better off on cyclosporin, while someone with high blood pressure might do better with tacrolimus. But keeping that organ safe comes at a cost. Lifelong immunosuppression, while totally necessary, carries its own significant set of risks. By dialing down the immune system, you're basically lowering the body's defenses against, well, everything. This means you're much more vulnerable to infections. The very drugs protecting the organ, especially those CNIs we just talked about, can be pretty tough on the kidneys. That's a side effect called nephrotoxicity. And over the long term, this suppression can increase the risk of heart problems and even cancer. And that risk is a stark reminder of the price of success: 40%. That's right. Up to 40% of transplant patients may develop some form of cancer within 2 decades of their surgery. It's a really sobering statistic that just highlights the profound impact of dampening the immune system, which, you have to remember, also plays a key role in destroying cancerous cells. All of this brings us right back to that central theme. This isn't a cure. It's a constant, delicate negotiation. So the real art and science of transplant medicine is finding that perfect sweet spot. It's about constant monitoring and adjusting medications to keep the immune system just quiet enough to tolerate the new organ, but just active enough to fight off infections and other threats. This quote just captures the reality perfectly. The surgery isn't the finish line, it's the starting gun. The real journey is the continuous, lifelong negotiation between the patient, their new organ, and their own body. And this leaves us with a really fascinating question for the future. Right now, our whole strategy is suppression. But what if we could actually teach the immune system to accept the new organ? Could we achieve a state of tolerance or real truce instead of this lifelong battle? Well, that's the holy grail of transplant research and the next frontier in this incredible medical story.